Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Life Out Loud. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest coming in. Her name is Keflyn, and she is competing for Miss England. She is currently in the semi-final, and I cannot wait to introduce you guys to her. So, I think I can hear her knocking on the door. Let's go get her. Got the studio ready, got everything ready. Let's see this Miss England, shall we? Whoop. Hi Kathleen, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I present to you Miss England semi-finalist, Keflyn.
Hi everyone.
Thank you for coming on the show today. So obviously you are competing for Miss England. How did you get into it? Just, I want to know. I've never met anyone in a beauty pageant. I think the only one that I've seen is Miss Congeniality, and she was an undercover cop. So I don't even know how you can get into something like this. Explain to me the journey and the transition of you going from being in Greenford to competing in Miss Congeniality or Miss England.
Miss England. Well, it all started with, like 5 years ago, I feel like my life has changed a lot in the last 5 years. So I went from like studying to graduating with like first class honours. I've got a business and finance degree. So I really worked myself up from there. So I got myself an internship. I got myself my first graduate job, started studying. And I was like, this is not enough. Like something's missing. And I love to help people. And I've been a mentor for so long, since high school, and I've always just enjoyed helping people in so many ways. And I was just thinking, like, what is the best way for me to reach like a bigger audience, and how can I potentially just do this on a bigger scale? And then it sort of naturally came to me where last year I actually done a pageant, and it was in the British Asian community.
Okay.
So that was the Brit Asian pageant, and I actually won 2 titles there.
Congratulations.
So, thank you very much.
Oh, we got ourselves a winner. I love a winner. For all my fans, you know how much I love a winner. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a winner right here. So I was actually Brit Asian Miss Glamorous 2019 and Brit Asian Z Fresh Face of the Year 2019. So I currently do still hold those titles.
Oh.
And I was just like, this is not enough. Once again, like I want to do more. So how can I reach a greater audience on a bigger scale and represent the nation, represent, people from all sorts of background that obviously belong to London, like England. And yeah, that's when I thought of Miss England.
So tell me a little bit more about what the pageant is. So a lot of people went on, especially like even if I think about myself, it would have all been down to, if it's Miss England, we're talking about looks, we're talking about someone being just beautiful. But it's more than that, isn't it? So
of course, it is definitely more than beauty. It's so much more than beauty, and that's actually a stereotype, because I know a lot of people do think that way about pageants in general. But Miss England has to be a positive role model. She has to use her skills to help other people, and is she talented, and what can she actually bring to the world? Because there you are, you will be as Miss England going on to Miss World, and you'll be representing the nation. So it is very much about being an all-rounder, about helping others, about being humanitarian, charitable. What is your message to the world? Like, what would you like to do for other people? It's very much about being selfless. And it's definitely more than beauty, but beauty is a big part of it. And it's so nice because it's so inclusive, and everyone from all backgrounds is welcome. And you don't have to be, just like a beauty on paper. Beauty is in the, it's just how
inside and outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's inside and outside, and it's how people perceive it differently. So yeah, it's much more than beauty.
now, if I'm thinking about it, it's blowing my mind away. You're representing a nation, not just any nation. You're representing England.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's massive. That must me thinking about representing England would make me nervous. Yeah. So just start off there. That it is what it is. But then you're a person of coloured skin. Yeah. We're living in a world right now where racism is at the front and people are talking about it all the time. How does that make you feel to be getting to actually be able to get into the semi-final of a competition like this for being from an Indian background? How does that make you feel?
It just makes you feel so proud, like you're welcome and you fit in, because although I'm Indian, I'm British, because I've lived here for the majority of my life, and it's such a nice feeling that, you know, it's people look past your skin colour, and that's how we should be living in 2020. And with everything that is going on, it's so important to really get that message across. With the Black Lives Matter movement, that's a big part of Miss England as well. There's a campaign that we are all taking part as contestants to ensure that everyone feels that, you know, you don't just have to be English, you can be of any colour, any ethnicity, but you are British, so you can definitely be a part of the pageant. And you know, Miss England actually is tied with Miss Asiana, so that welcomes Asian girls, and we're also tied with all African colours. And recently Miss England has introduced a new title, which is Miss All African Colours England, so that's welcoming once again like women from an African background as well. So it's so nice to be, you know, welcomed despite your colour, and we just look beyond that in Miss England.
Which is fantastic. So you're saying I want to help, that there's nothing much more you can do right now than compete and show that, you know what, everyone is equal no matter what. So well done to you. I mean, like, it takes bravery to be able to do that, because even if I was thinking about it, I would have thought Miss England, not being stereotypical, but it would have been a white person. But knowing that there's someone from West London competing, but being from an Indian background, it's just an amazing achievement as it is. So well done to that, and it's already you making
also,
a difference.
You know, just our reigning Miss England is actually from an Asian background. She's actually Indian as well. So seeing that is more inspiring as well, and it welcomes you and shows you. Yeah, the reigning Miss England is Dr. Basha Mukherjee, and she's actually South Indian, and she's Indian, South Asian, and it's nice because I come from the same place, so it just shows you, you know, you
anything's
don't have
possible.
to be English, and anything's possible.
So obviously this time round doing the pageant, it's been a little bit different because obviously we've had the COVID-19. How has this experience developed you and changed the way you look at pageant in total?
I think it's really opened my eyes. I've always sort of believed in doing it all, and now so like more than ever, it showed you that I know there's a global pandemic going on. I know there's a lot going on. I know people are losing, you know, have lost lives and have lost family members. So it's very uncertain, and it is a tragedy that we're all facing together. But it just shows you how unity is so important, and perseverance, you know, just continuing despite what's going on around you is really tough. Like, I know people personally that have lost their lives to COVID. So finding the strength to continue in a pageant like this has really taught me that you must make the most of life in each step that you can, and in general, just it's really made me realize the value of social media, of technology, when used, you know, to the correct way, how important it is. If it wasn't for sort of Instagram or YouTube, how would we get our entry videos out there? So right now the semi-finalists have all given their entry videos, so we were doing an introduction, a catwalk, a talent, which we're all recording at home. We don't, you know, we're recording it from our iPhones or our Samsungs or whatever it is you're doing at home. You're using your family and friends to help you, and it's just adapting. It's just adapting to what's happening, because it's not in our control, but where we can control it, we are making the most of it. So
we spoke a little bit off camera, and we both came to an agreement that we don't really like being on camera, or we're not used to being on camera. So you were saying how you never did Snapchat before. I've never even had Snapchat before. And it's one of those things that where, just like you said, if you want to put yourself out there, social media is the biggest way of doing it. And if you are going to do social media, you do need to record yourself. You do need to put yourself on camera. You do need to talk on camera. Have you changed since you've done that? Has your confidence grown? Do you feel like you've been developed by having to go onto the social media platforms?
Yes, definitely. I think it's definitely made me more confident. It's because I used to find it quite cringy actually watching myself in like Snapchat with a filter making a video. And you know, a lot of people say that, oh, I hate the way I sound in videos, and it's just music to my ears now because this is my voice. I need to own it. I can't change it. So just work with what you have. And yeah, no, it's definitely made me confident, and it's nice because you learn a lot about speech, and you're talking to a camera, but you don't know who else is going to see that. So it's really nice, and it's preparing you and developing you for the future, and you can use this skill in so many places. You know, like for example, even at work, like I have like meetings with a lot of senior members and like vice presidents and stuff at work. So this is a skill I can take with me for life. I can, you know, whether it's Instagram, social media, or work, or conferences, or doing speeches one day, hopefully, like to, you know, motivate others or whatever it is. It's just pushing past your comfort zone, like get out of your comfort zone, and just give it a go and see how it comes out for you.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
If you see the amount of bloopers that I have, and the amount of bloopers I've actually put out there, like I could be honest about it, like it takes a while to get even one video perfect, because especially when you're doing it on your own, if you're bouncing off people, I find it works out to be a little bit easier. But if you're on your own and there's a camera and it's just staring at you, for me, the way I feel is like I'm used to speaking to 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 people in one go. But then when it comes to the camera, I feel like I can't bounce off the energy of a camera. There's no one really there. And then it just gets me a little bit like tongue twisted, like my words won't come out correctly, or something will go wrong, or I just don't find it comfortable. But I've had to push through that barrier week in, week out to make myself more comfortable, more confident, and be able to say, you know what, no, I can actually do this because this is what will grow my business. So it is the biggest platform that we can use right now, and it's so simple because it can be just as small as your mobile phone that can get you out there.
Exactly.
So you're currently in the semi-final of Miss England.
Yes.
If I say that, what does that make you feel like? When I say, look, you're in the semi-final of Miss England, how does that make you feel?
Bubbly. It makes me feel so happy inside, and it's a great achievement to even have come so far. Like, I'm so grateful for it, and already I feel like I've reached out to so many people, and I've done great things. I've contributed as much as I can, like despite COVID, you know, like charity work and getting videos, doing challenges, speaking to people, meeting girls that are in the pageant. And it's only online. It's through Instagram and social media once again, because I haven't actually met anyone from the Miss England team, like face to face, or I haven't met any of the other contestants face to face. So it's such a great feeling, and it's I don't know, I just feel really, really proud actually.
It's going to be one for the record books, because if you think about Miss England 2020, there probably won't be, especially maybe not in our lifetime, a beauty pageant like this, because everything was done behind closed doors, through social distancing, and it's just a different experience totally. And you've been able to live through all of that as well.
Exactly. It's so exciting because it's the first ever like virtual semi-finals that are happening, and you know, who would have thought? But I have to say, like, I'm so proud to be a part of a pageant that is actually really adaptable and sort of keeping us going, and is doing as much as they can to like, you know, not let us down. The contestants are very happy, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of them when I say this, that we're also happy that Miss England has decided to continue, even if it's doing it virtually, because this is something that we were all probably like really waiting for. So it's so nice because everything is virtual, like our videos, and even the semi-finals will be virtual. They'll be sort of done on Zoom, so everyone can buy their tickets, and it's just like watching it on TV. It's like how you would watch you know, Miss World or Miss Universe on TV. You get to watch Miss England semi-finals.
That brings me to the next stage. It is the semi-finals. When is the semi-finals?
The semi-finals is on Friday the 31st of July, and it will start approximately 7 p.m. We are selling tickets online as well on the Miss England website, so please do check out the link. And tickets are now only $8.99, and when you do buy your ticket, you can also vote for a contestant, hopefully myself, Keflyn, contestant number 12. So, and then yeah, you could just log on like a Zoom meeting, grab your popcorn and watch us and see who actually goes through to the semi-finals. And there's various rounds, and you know, you'll get to see our introductions, see what the girls are about. what we have to offer. Why should we be the next Miss England? Or why should I be the next Miss England? But yeah, so it's really good. It's
Definitely
really exciting. Yeah.
Definitely. We've got the next Miss England in our studio today. So guys, if you haven't caught all of that, what we will do is put a link in our bio, and we'll put a link in the YouTube clip as well, so that you'll be able to click straight onto there and then go onto the website and then just literally log in. Yeah?
Just log in, go to the semi-finals page and the live stream tab, and you can buy your ticket there.
Would you compete again?
I would, yes. If I win Miss England, I don't think I would compete again, because I would then be going on to Miss World.
Miss World, yeah.
But if I don't, I think I would compete again. Also, there is a age restriction. You have to be 26 on the year of entry. So I will actually be turning 26 this year. So this would be my last chance. So it's do or die, kind of like.
Oh, so there's actually an age restriction.
There's an age restriction, yes.
Oh, so you have to be under 26. So I'm definitely out of next year's Miss England, people.
Sorry, Michelle, you're out of the next Miss England.
I was really thinking about competing as well.
No.
I guess that's why it's called Miss England and not Mrs. England.
Mrs. England, yes, because you can't
now.
have a spouse and you can't have children, and you are a Miss, not a Mrs.
So it has to go through all those regulations as well.
Yes,
so you can't be married to be in.
No,
and you can't have no children. Okay.
No children.
Are there Mrs. England?
There actually is not a Mrs. England. There's Mr. England and there's Miss England.
But there's no Mrs.
There's no Mrs.
Wow. What do you think about that?
I think it will happen in the future. If it's not there now, I think it will happen in the future. And that reminds me, that takes me back to my last pageant, because we actually had a lot of categories. So we had a Miss Brit-Asian, we had a Mr. Brit-Asian, we had Mrs. Brit-Asian, and we had a special category, which was people of disabilities.
Okay.
So they were also welcomed, and it was a very inclusive, very diverse pageant, and yeah, it was great to be a part of that experience.
I like that. I actually really like that. I like the fact that there's more than just one set of people that can come onto it. So if Miss England is watching this, Mrs. England should come next, and
I'll take part in that too.
Mr. England right
Mr.
here.
England, yes, you should go for that.
I
Sure.
don't think I can get into shape for it. I love my burgers too much. So what's next for you?
So well, currently, Miss England, I'm preparing for that. I've got a lot to do. There's several rounds, so you get judged on, basically, because public voting is a big thing. And how that works is when people do buy the tickets to the live stream, and they get and they vote for you at the same time, that counts towards your public vote. So actually, on the first week of the semi-finals, I am currently leading the public vote, and I hope to stay at the top. So please do support me, guys. It's all about fundraising as well. Beauty with a Purpose is the charity that is tied with Miss World and Miss World England. So we are raising funds for that, and we've now got a new round as well, which is Miss Eco. So what we have to do is make a green dress out of recycled materials, and make it at home, record yourself making it, record yourself modeling it. So there's a lot that goes into it. So July is just for me to prepare for that, and yeah, just give it my all, because I hope to be in the finals in October.
So the finals are in October. So
yes, they are in October.
July would be semi-finals.
Semi-finals, yeah.
August, September would be preparing for the final.
Preparing for the finals, yeah. And also, originally how it was is the semi-finals were due to take place in June, and then the final was actually planned to be on the 31st of July, but everything has been pushed back because of COVID. So now the semi-finals are on the 31st of July virtually. And then the finals will be in October.
Are they still thinking
in a venue?
In a venue. Okay.
Yes. So Hilton, Birmingham, and I work for Hilton, so it's great. Yeah, everything just ties.
A little bit of promotion right there for Hilton as well. Thank you very much. So you spoke a lot about charity, and you're doing a lot with charity right now. Do you want to go through that a little bit in detail?
Yeah,
just
sure,
explain what you're doing.
Yeah. So being in Miss England, a big part of it is charity. It's all about fundraising. So every contestant is encouraged to do that, and have sort of a cause that you want to raise money for. So I am currently raising money for disadvantaged children that actually come from, you know, that have like terminal illnesses, because that's something that's very close to my heart. Having been through a lot as a child as well in terms of health and stuff, supporting their families and stuff. So raising money for Beauty with a Purpose has been a great part of my Miss England journey. And I have also recently taken part in another cause, which is the 19 Challenge, which is brought to you by NIDO UK South, and they're working with all African colours, and what they're doing is they're providing emergency aid to any sort of eligible dependent or family member of a Nigerian family where they've sadly lost a family member due to COVID. So we are raising money for them.
Amazing.
And as part of that, we had to do a 19 challenge where for 19 days you do a challenge that's related to the number 19. So I had a lot of fun with that.
What was your favourite challenge? So I saw you went up the hill, Norfolk Hills, 19 times. Wow.
Well, nine loops around it to
Yeah.
get back up, and then go back down, and then go back up. But my challenges like really varied from in terms of like sports and fitness, health and beauty, and then baking, cooking,
baking,
smoothies.
cooking.
Yeah,
I could do
so
that.
it was really a lot of fun. And what made it so special is that, you know, my family got involved. So I'd done like a badminton challenge where my dad and I had done like 19 shots back and forth in a row. And then I've given like an Indian head massage to my sister for 19 minutes. So it was nice to have like my family and friends supporting me with that. Not just recording behind the scenes, but actually like getting involved in a challenge and taking time out from their day. But I'd say my favourite one was the charitable ones, where one of them I done each time the challenge video got reposted, I added an additional, so I started off with £19, and each time the video got reposted, I added an additional £5 to what I would donate, and by the end of it I donated £40 myself to the cause. And then my other charitable one was where I donated, the plan was to donate 9 bags to 9 different charities, but once again, COVID got in the way a little bit, and charity shops were actually not open, so I found a local charity shop and donated all the 9 bags to that one store. Yeah.
I like that. Well done.
Yeah, that was the special one.
The one that stuck to me was a 19-minute Indian head massage. What is that?
My hands, I tell you, I really had my muscles come out after that, because honestly it was so tiring. But my family is always just like, Kef, you give like amazing head massages, and one of my first ever jobs actually was in a hairdresser's, and I was a junior, so I used to wash hair and massage like scalps and stuff. So it's just, I think it's a skill that I've had and not really used as much.
She got the hands.
And I've sort of learned it from my mum as well, because my mum like gives us like Indian head massage here and there. So I learned it from her. My family.
Mom, are you watching? Sorry, 1 second. Mom, are you watching this? You better be watching. I didn't get one of these.
Oh, no.
If anything, I was giving it to you and your mum on top of that. Jeez. Anyway, yes.
Oh, Charlotte, you'd have to come over and just give you an Indian
Yeah, no,
massage.
definitely.
You should.
If you would have seen my hair 2 days ago, you would never have actually said, yes, I'll do that.
Do you know what? It contains it involves a lot of oil and stuff. So yeah.
I'm ready. I think there's some
Ready?
oil there.
Yeah, so she loved that. You know what? She deserved it, because she was asking for it for a long time. So
That's really nice.
Really,
Really nice. Right, Keflyn, is there anything you'd like to say to your viewers, your fans, anything, just before we sign off, before your Miss England semi-final?
Yes, I would like to say, firstly, I would just like to say a big thank you to everyone that has supported, that is watching this right now. We really appreciate you, and just taking time out to support and view, and just everything that you've done to help me get so far in the pageant as well, and your continued support would mean so much to me. So please do buy your tickets, and when you do buy your tickets, please do vote for me, and please do view my entry videos that I have submitted for the semi-finals, my introduction, my catwalk, and my talent video. And yeah, I just want to say thank you once again.
Excellent. So guys, all of the things that she just mentioned, you're going to see links coming up everywhere. Click on them, go view them, watch them. We'll put little teasers in there for you because I don't want to give everything away. You need to go onto her page and check absolutely everything out. So we'll have her Instagram, we'll have her YouTube, everything will be there. Please guys, go ahead and go support her, especially those that are following me, because I know most of you lot are from West London, and we should really be showing as much love and support as we can, because she's doing it through a pandemic, and you know, giving positivity during a time like this is the most important thing. And it's just amazing to see that someone like yourself is smiling, happy, and going out there to do something. So well done to yourself as well. For those of you who've been waiting for an episode, I apologise. I looked like a caveman and I was just not confident enough to come on the thing. As you can see, I'm a little bit better groomed down. Mr. England, here I come. So be prepared. There's going to be some more episodes of Life Out Loud as well. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, mum and dad, sister, brother-in-law, and my little nephew, and everyone else that I forgot to mention, thank you for joining us on another episode of Life Out Loud.
We back and pretty hot.